Welcome to the newspaper review today on TAF TV. I am Jennifer Adawamwo, and still with me on the show today, my guest is Mr. Victor. So, Mr. Victor, you're
Gracias.
welcome.
Thank you.
So, how are you today?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
You're looking great.
You're
Just like
looking
I
better.
keep saying, December, Christmas is in the air. It's smelling everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm counting days, you know.
Yeah, and we are feeling the heat too.
The heat is too much.
Yeah,
Especially to people like us. I don't know about you. You know, you're that person anyway. Why would you be feeling the heat?
Why would I feel the heat? But if you check, maybe we might equate it to the global warming. The heat is just so much. Yeah, some persons out there in Europe are also crying that, man, the cold is terrible.
The cold,
right
that's
now.
what I want to
So,
say.
well, you just have to count your blessings at any given time.
This one are blessed. This one is it blessing?
Yes, one way or the other, there are some economic values added to this weather.
Yes, especially here in Nigeria, that so many of us are expecting the rains to stop so that we can be able to utilize the roads. You know what I mean by that?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's the economic value now. When there is so much sun, that means our roads can be motorable to some extent.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, they are. They're actually motorable right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Just that the potholes have gotten
So deep.
that I don't even encourage pregnant women to use the road. But anyway, there's always this magic with pregnant women. They're always lucky, you know, because sometimes I see some of these market women, they are pregnant from first day to the last day. They still go to the bush market and nothing happens.
But you just let's also know that mortality rate, as in childbirth mortality rate, is just too much. Okay,
Yes.
at the end of the day, you might not trickle it down to the stress they passed before the time to give birth. So a whole lot of detailing in this.
And
Yeah.
that's that anyway. Today newspaper on TAF TV, we have much to give you. Just stick to our platform, stick to our Facebook. On Facebook, we still remain TAF TV. Then on YouTube, we remain TAF TV. Please try and click on the subscribe button and drop your comments. Today's review, the 8th day of December 2022, is going to be very great as we have many interesting topics. I'll move straight to the Vanguard newspaper. Here on the Vanguard newspaper, we'll have floods. Government should account for, floods. Governors should account for ecological fund. This is coming from a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Floods. Government should account for ecological funds. And the next one here on the Vanguard says, Atiku, Obi promised Nigerians better future, end to ASU strike. Atiku, Obi promised Nigerians better future, end to ASU strikes. And the next one here says, troops kill 8 ISWAP fighters in Maiduguri, Damaturu Highway. Troops kill 8 ISWAP fighters in Maiduguri, Damaturu Highway. And the next here says, FG recovers 120 billion naira from crime proceeds. FG recovers 120 billion naira from crime proceeds. And the last one I would love to take on the Vanguard newspaper here says, 1 killed, several abducted as gunmen attack Abuja estate. 1 killed, several abducted as gunmen attack Abuja estate. And these you can find on the page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. All right, over to you, Mr. Victor. So,
Okay, I would like to talk about the Atiku and Obi headline. Okay, if you can recall, yesterday, Obi was at Taraba, while Atiku was at Osun State. Okay, so what really happened? Okay, let me start with P2B. The P2B side is that now to the sentiment part of the whole thing, I just pray that our producers will be able to play the video where he was running on the staircase and people were just hailing him.
at Taraba State.
Yes, so the staircase of the stadium, he was running, and people were just
I
hailing
watched
him.
that. I
So
watched that.
yeah, that is the sentimental part of the campaign for you. Yes, but yes, he also talked about education. He also talked about employment. He even talked about the Mabila hydropower station in Taraba. Mind you, Taraba is way blessed. In fact,
Very well.
oh my God, I don't know how to equate it. Yes, we might be like, Lagos. But see, Taraba is so blessed. maybe way blessed than Lagos. Okay, yes, I understand that fiscal infrastructure and manpower, we have them there in Lagos, and diversity is up there in Lagos. But there's still a lot. You come to natural resources, even come to manpower, come to their weather. Taraba is a very good place, and they can generate so much money to the national coffers. Okay, that aside, then to Osun State. You know, just Osun just inaugurated their new
Yes,
governor.
I think that is Adeleke's
the dancing senator. So he was
the
there.
dancing senator.
Yes. So he was there with his entourage. And
Yes.
Atiku, they really had some colorful event out there. But one striking news came out from Osun State. What happened?
Okay.
The Guba candidate of the election, the just past election in the state, he is from Labour Party. The Labour Party Guba candidate for the election just pitched tent to the PDP.
Yes,
Yes, in the name of Yusuf Lasun. Mr. Lasun.
And that was, he just pitched tent to PDP.
Yes, so what, okay, now, I think he has also made a history. Mind you, before now, he was a deputy speaker to the House of Representatives. Okay, and he was an APC member back in the days. So what happened?
He has really made a great history, Mr.
He made history because what happened? In March of 2022, he failed with respect to the APC Guba Congress. As in, that's the primaries, the APC primaries, Osun State primaries. And he failed. So what did he do? He left the APC and went to Labour Party. Okay, so you find out that within March and December, that is about 9 months, he has done 3 parties. I do not know whether there is any candidate like that. That he moved from APC to Labour Party, from Labour Party to the PDP. And mind you, another striking thing that happened during the election, mind you, the Labour Party frenzy has always been has been there during the Osun State election. And people were like, okay, but even if they don't win, that Labour Party does not win the Guba seats, which I never saw them winning, okay,
in Osun State.
In Osun State. But we were expecting some good margins, some good results. But lo and behold, we got the shocker of our life as a journalist. What happened? Because Yusuf Lasun scored 2,729 votes. Only 2,729 votes. So it was just so shocking that what then happened. I think that could have also pushed him in leaving the party. Okay? Well, the presidential election is coming. But mind you, persons were really using that election as a litmus test for the Labour Party. And they really shocked. The Labour Party in Osun State shocked the hell out of Nigerians.
Yes. In fact, the Labour Party in Osun State during that particular election, they made history in Osun State. You cannot talk about Labour Party without referring to what happened in Osun State. So I don't think that Labour Party has got enough ground there in Osun State.
Yes.
So that was actually, maybe that was what made Lasun to say, man, let me join
the winning party, because look at what has happened now. Adeleke is the PDP is in control of so you have to pitch them to the PDP. But that's also telling you the moral of all this is that, see, at the end of the day, just like what is happening, what has happened to Lasun, many persons have joined the Labour Party just to join the bad wagon. When they get their seats, I'm sorry to say this, and if the Labour Party does not win the presidential ticket, my brother and my sister, they will leave the party. Are you getting me? That is just what is going to happen. My prediction, and I'm looking forward to that. If the Labour Party does not win the presidential ticket come 2023, my sister, the party might just lose its weight. And
that's politics for you. That's politics for you, Mr. Victor. You know, it's politics, so they know how to play the game better than you and I.
And if you now notice that when people are saying that Labour Party is a faction or a section of the PDP, as you can see what has happened now, this man has now gone to the PDP. So, and mind you, some persons are out there also, they are scared, or they think that when the Labour Party, or if the Labour Party wins that's P2B wins the election, that he might just leave the Labour Party and go back to his family. He'll be going back to his family. That's the PDP family.
Okay.
So those are the permutations here. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. So, Mr. Victor, what do you have to say? I think this was attached to whatever Obi and Atiku, and let me remove Tinubu because right now Tinubu is outside the country. This was what was attached to it. Atiku, Obi promised Nigerians better future, end to ASIS strikes. So,
it's not new thing. It's just like a template. It's a template that everybody is using now.
The template that everyone is using.
Yes, yes.
You know, because I can remember that in not less than 23 years, ASU has gone on more than 16 strikes or 23 strikes, either way. So now they're promising us. I really want these people to stand to their promises. That's mine. Let them try and stand to their promises, especially on education in this country. Education is no longer what it used to be. The schools are not performing very well because they're below standards.
Yes.
They're actually below standards.
Yes.
They're not theaters, they're below standards. So if actually they're talking about education, when they come in, they should give us this. Because when your youths are not doing well, the country itself, I don't think will do better. All right, that will take us to the next paper. And the next paper we'll have here today is the Daily Sun. And here on the Daily Sun, we'll have the big one here. The major headline here says, Senate threatens zero budgets for Villa military. Senate threatens zero budgets for Villa and military. And to add to that, police, INEC, 92 other agencies also on CBN's policy of 100,000 naira withdrawal per week. Wow. And another one here says, court hits Ebonyi PDP hard, nullifies primaries. Others fresh primary in 14 days. Court hits Ebonyi PDP hard, nullifies primaries. Others fresh primary in 14 days. If you're interested in this, you can read this up on the page 26 of the Daily Sun newspaper. On the page 26, you can find this. And the next one that we have here says, Atiku's rally shuts down Oshogbo as LP Guba candidate joins PDP. And next we have here says, second Niger bridge opens to traffic December 15. Second Niger bridge opens to traffic come December 15. And you can read this up on the page 6 of the Daily Sun. And the next here we have APC. Tinubu Shetima's ticket will be gender sensitive. Tinubu Shetima's ticket will be gender sensitive, and that's on the page 8. Next here says Nigeria loses 22.680 billion naira to oil theft. And the last headline we have here on the Daily Sun newspaper says Tinubu supporters delusion abandoning APC campaign, claims Atiku. Tinubu supporters delusion abandoning APC campaign, claims Atiku. And that's on the page 26, the page 28 of the Daily Sun's newspaper. And the last but not the least on this paper here says Britain has no preferred presidential candidate. Britain has no preferred presidential candidate. And this is coming from the Britain's envoy. You can read it up on the page 8 of the Daily Sun newspaper. So over to you, Mr. Victor. What do you think?
Oh, so I clapped about the Niger Bridge getting opened for traffic, okay, for from December the 15th. Actually, it will last for just 30 days.
Yeah, you know,
reason.
Sorry for cutting you short. You know, when I actually came across that, if it was churches, you know, if I was to be a pastor, first of all, I'll say good news, and people will clap. You know, that's a great one.
I have so much smiles on me this morning just because of this news.
Why?
Reason, because it affects me so much, okay?
Why?
Going back home. When I'm going back home, I use the Onitsha Bridge.
Okay.
And it's like passing through the devil's eye.
Yes, and there's going to be lots of travelers this time around, especially having the 2023 election in view.
Oh, sure. So it's just a great news. Mind you, the old Niger Bridge is just too small and can't take people.
It's too narrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, there's now a new bridge. First of all, before I start this statement, you can see I'm so happy.
You're so
Why
happy.
am I happy? I'm happy for the Buhari regime today.
I was thinking you're going to be happy for the good luck, Jonathan.
No, not good luck. Yeah, he conceived it, but what did he then do?
What is a part of it?
Part of it is how the planning. Is it just about planning? Like I always say, it's not about having ideas. If you like, have plenty ideas in your head, bring it down.
Putting your ideas into
yes,
action.
make it start working. Start the process.
Yes.
Okay, it's not about having ideas.
You plan your work and you work your plan.
So what ideas did even? Yeah, he brought out the idea, but the Buhari administration created a fund, and that fund has been up and doing. That's the Presidential Infrastructural Development Fund. Okay, PDIF. That fund has been working.
We need to give kudos to President Muhammad.
Oh, sure. Kudos. Yes, he's a failure, but kudos to him on this.
Right.
See, I don't want to start. See, today is for the positives for the president. Okay, so let's keep it that way.
President you're talking about.
Okay. So now, through that fund, the Lagos Ibadan project has been ongoing. Fine. Okay. Through that same fund, the Kano Kaduna route has been going well. Okay. Then to the Niger bridge. The Niger bridge is a project of over 300 billion naira, and that is so much. The same Niger bridge, in fact, the ton of concrete, that's about 250,000 concrete, is almost the same of the Trump Towers in New York.
Okay.
The same Niger bridge. That's to tell you the quality of job that these guys did.
It is standard one.
It is standard 1.6 kilometers.
Yes,
no two ways about that.
Right because my fear about that bridge is I don't want substandard things.
No, that bridge will do so much for Easterners. Okay, good passage for people to trade businesses and their goods. Now we are talking about a bridge that has about, in the delta side of it, you have, because it crosses through okay, let me start with, I'm too excited about, I cannot even drop all these details right now.
With the one that leads to Delta State.
Yeah, right now, okay, mind you, let's just even start from the Obosi interchange.
Okay.
Let's say it starts from the Obosi interchange.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
And goes through Onitsha.
Onitsha, yes.
Then from Onitsha, it enters to Asaba. That Asaba, you now have the Ibuzo Opanam route.
Yes,
okay.
Ibuzo.
Yes,
I think I do a lot of reading, and there's this book that talked about Ibuzo very well.
So even Delta people will enjoy it so much, because even as he enters in through the Ibuzo Asaba Opanam road, it also cuts through. There is now a diversion from there to Saple to Warri. The project is just too good to mention.
It's been long expected, Mr. Victor.
Yes.
Please,
and now
don't be too happy about this. This thing has been long
Jennifer,
expected.
look at the East-West road now. Is it not the same good Lord Jonathan that abandoned the East-West road?
It's alright.
Look at what's happening in the Ogoni road. In fact, you can't even. Oh, come on! Do you know the billions of dollars that comes out from the Ogoni sector, the One port? That we are supposed to be shipping out our goods and services easily from this route. Okay, so well, thank you to the president. The road is just too good. Now, for now, there are some challenges. It's been completed by 95%. Okay, yes, but yes, there are some challenges because of my own side. That's the Delta part, because the government and the people are having some challenges with ownership. Okay, the government is saying, see, this land that we are passing through, it's ours.
Stuff
but the people
like that
are saying,
expected.
Yes, come and pay us. Okay, so they are also trying to sort that part of it. But mind you, from the bridge, they are building a highway, a 17-kilometer highway. And they've also told users, please, nobody should don't go kill yourself on this route, because it will be so smooth. So you are being encouraged, or you are being told and directed to just do 100 kilometers per hour around. We don't want people to go and spoil that bridge for us, please.
No, not at
please
all.
Don't try it.
Not at all. People cannot spoil the bridge, and my fear is that instead of people to spoil the bridge, I don't even want. On the other hand, I don't want people to get spoiled because of the bridge anyway. So
it's going to do so much good to the people.
Yes.
On their own, I'm sorry for them. Those Agberos, please, if you like, cross over. You will see when you cross over from that head bridge that they are giving people sleepless nights, overcharging people. And even the Soludo administration that came in and dissolved them for just few weeks, before you know it, they came back and they've been causing so much havoc on that road. So thank God, people like me, I do not have any business with that Onitsha route. So I just come to Obosi, I do my interchange. Boom!
Boom.
I'm out. So kudos to the gov. And see, I know I also pray should be just the first major investment around that Niger bridge area, because see, the water alone that passes through the volume of water that passes through the Niger, even the Niger itself, okay, is it's more like 100 times the water that's the river Thames. As in, I mean the speed that it moves. So that's to tell you that, see, we are blessed as a nation. See, even the Niger bridge, the distance is the third largest, the third longest bridge in Africa. Okay, you have the Nile, you have the Congo. Then you see, even the Nile, the way the Egyptians they embrace their Nile. Nile is their gold. Is their gold. The way they utilize the Nile. If you can only utilize the Niger bridge, my sister, you make so much money as a nation. Unfortunately for the Congolese, Congo, their problem they their side. But thank God we are not the Congo. We are not like Congo. But see, we can make so much money, so much that can come out from this route. So please, this should just be the first major project coming in a long while. Mind you, the old bridge was built in 1960, in the 60s.
Yes.
Look at how many years now.
That's just what I said earlier. But anyway, cause for happiness and joy.
We are just so happy.
And his development and his good is coming to this side of
yes.
And
people that also, like I made when I was in a public space, I was talking about the good thing that the Buhari regime has done to the Igbos, just for in respect to this particular Omo. If you see the way they attacked me that day, I was like, see, if they look at this bridge, you are going to enjoy this bridge. What if he did nothing about this bridge?
In fact,
you're going to enjoy this bridge.
It's contagible. You know, you've transferred your happiness to
to
me,
you.
Mr. Victor. Right now, I'm very happy. You
but
know,
in all, where the government of today have failed woefully in human infrastructure, in human capital development.
Human development.
Zero. When it comes to revenue generation, they lack the ideas. That is why they call our president a slow man. Look at how he even started. It took him 6 months to get his ministers together. Look at what has happened. This oil theft thing has been ongoing, and nothing. They did nothing about it. Not just the tail end of his regime that the oil per barrel is hitting about 1.4 million barrels. Okay, so it's really a shame. Look at insecurity. Nigerians cannot sleep with their eyes closed. Look at even Abuja. Look at how Abuja is being attacked. Yes, some persons might say that Abuja has been attacked over a while during the Lord Jonathan regime. But see, Abuja is still the seat of power. It is in this democratic dispensation, this regime of the Buhari, that a prison, a medium capacity prison was broken until date. Nobody has been held accountable
for
and
that.
Thousands of prisoners escaped, and nobody to account for them. Such a shame, my sister. But let's see how it goes.
Anyway, I don't want to crown the efforts of President Muhammad Buhari. I don't want to use this other one. I'm just happy about this stride about the opening up of the second Niger bridge. It's a very, very great stride on the administration of President Muhammad Buhari, and that's kudos. That's kudos to him, because come this festive period, commuters are going to be relieved of heavy traffic obstruction. That's kudos to Mr. Buhari, and we pray that much good things keep coming the people's way, because why that there is for that to serve the people. So that is that on the Daily Sun newspaper. Right now we'll go on a short break, and when we return we'll move over to the next paper.
Now that you have registered for your PVC, it doesn't stop there. Ensure you pick up your PVC. Be alert. Join many Nigerians to vote credible leaders that will change the tide of this nation. Do not sell your vote. Remember, this is our future. Your vote is your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
Welcome back. The next paper we have here today is the Nigerian Tribune. And here on the Nigerian Tribune, we will go straight to the major headline here. And it says, Senate expresses worry, set to debate policy. And this you can read up on the page 4 and 5 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. ICPC arrests the bank over alleged diversion of NPAR funds. ICPC arrests the bank over alleged diversion of NPAR funds. You can read this up on the page 20 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And next here we have EFCC auctions 435 fortified cars in Lagos. EFCC auctions 435 fortified cars in Lagos, and that's on the page 20 of the Nigerian Tribune. And I'll be taking the next one, which says, unlike APC, PDP will not fail Osun. And this is coming from Atiku. Unlike APC, PDP will not fail Osun. This is coming from Atiku. Pledges constitutional role for traditional rulers. And the last but not the least here says, Muslim ticket to set new tone in Nigeria's political landscape come 2023. And this is coming from the wife of Tinubu. Muslim ticket to set new tone in Nigeria's political landscape come 2023. You can read this up on the page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. Okay, Mr. Victor, over to you. And before we say over to you, I think I need to come in, though you're my guest, but let me come in here. This particular news, this particular headline on the banj. The banj, you know, the banj of the Cocoa Master. Yes, you can't mention the banj without saying the Cocoa Master. Is somehow sad. I don't know whatever surrounds the story, though. He came out to say this is his own side of the story, him being related. This is fraud, you know. So, what do you want to say about it?
Jenny,
sir?
It's unfortunate that Nigerians, when they see such a news, they start castigating the person, calling the person guilty. Okay. When the person is there to answer a matter. Okay. He's innocent until proven guilty.
He's yet to be proven guilty.
Yes.
Yes, even when he said his own side of the story is that they've said, okay, you did this, you had to work with some group of people to divert the funds that were meant for N-Power, and these particular funds were money were meant to alleviate poverty, you know, strengthen stability and all that, and we'll trace the whole thing, and the particular account is your account. So it's not actually the way we are seeing it. The way we are seeing it from the media, that's how it is. The bank actually said, the ICP said they invited him and he refused. They invited him a couple of times and he refused showing up. But the bank said, when he was invited, he was outside the country. He was in South Africa. Okay? So he had to pen down a letter to say, I'm not around for now, but whenever I come into the country, I will turn myself in. And that actually he did. He said he went there on Monday. They said he should go back. That sort of busy. So he returned on Tuesday. So it's not like the way we are seeing
media.
It, the way we are seeing it. Actually, if he has done anything wrong, very soon they will tell us. Very soon.
So that's good. But let's not also take it away from Nigerians that many persons in the entertainment industry and the hospitality industry, they tend to use that umbrella to launder money.
Yes, and ICPC has also come out to say that the bank is not the brand ambassador for N-Power. And that's how people were going about to say he's the brand ambassador. I was wondering why N-Power should have a brand ambassador anyway.
Okay, so look at what also happened. Okay, for our international viewers, N-Power is a government scheme where the scheme was originated by the president, by the present
current
government
administration.
That's by the Buhari's regime.
Yes, and it was firstly being handled by the vice president. That's Osun.
Yes.
And that time things were moving smoothly.
Okay, but you know Nigeria. You know the country that we are in.
And it was shifted to a woman.
not just about shifting to a woman.
Okay.
There will be stumbling blocks. Persons out there that their own is to find a way to divert funds and eat.
It is
Look
wrong.
at what is happening with the children, the school feeding program.
And sick.
Have you seen their food?
Yes,
The
I told you.
kwashoko food that
I
these
told
children
you.
eat.
I told you that the other time, were you not the one I was narrating the instance to? I visited one of the schools around 11 a.m.
Okay.
And you know, all of a sudden, I just have to say it. How would somebody that had received a particular, such a beautiful contract from the federal government, you come and give kids oil rice? Eh?
It's laughable, but that is the country that we found ourselves in. Okay?
And half egg.
So Jennifer, for me, the ban is still innocent, okay, until proven guilty. Okay, let's also wait. Let it just everything just calm down. If Nigeria, a whole Kyrie, inspector AIG of the police could be doing business with drug peddlers. Oh, come on, what about the ordinary Nigerian or an entertainer?
Yes, that's what crossed my mind, that what could be the relationship with between the badge and N-Power?
See, let's wait for the information. Let's wait, it will drop. And for ICPC, to me, ICPC, EFCC, those guys, when they want to work, they go out and work. Yes. Look at the file that we released during the journalist, Port Harcourt journalist and EFCC meeting together. Yes. It was an eye-opener.
It was an eye-opener.
To see what the EFCC are doing just in their own little way to fight crime in this country. Yes. See, crime increases, and it's something that increases day in, day out. And these guys find new ways, new techniques, new styles. So, well, for now, let's just wait it out. When the story starts developing, we start chipping it in. Right now, for me, he is innocent.
He is innocent right now. The
Cocoa Master.
The Cocoa Master is innocent right now. Though we keep our fingers crossed, we will still expect.
Although Shehu Kuti, the son of the legendary fella, has come out to say, this is new. It's not new now that entertainers, they use this medium to make wealth.
I was surprised at what he said. He said, this is not new, and this is how entertainers go about it. This is what actually makes them rich. And I think Omotola as well. Omotola also dropped her own comment and said, Nigeria.
Well, is it?
So that was actually.
But it's a tough time for the young man after losing his son now in this kind of issue. Tough time for the badge. Let's see how it goes.
It's all right. It's all right. That's that on that particular story. And do you think we can take any more topics?
Football is almost here tomorrow.
Football.
Are you ready to watch France and England?
I'm ready, anyways. But
how did you see the Morocco game?
I wasn't that happy anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
That was not what I expected.
Okay.
But it's not. This had made me. This particular World Cup has made me to know that it's not all about your personal expectation. It's what they see in the field. Is a game. So when they get there, whatever they see there, they're doing. And tomorrow, I'm not even sure I'm going to watch tomorrow's game.
Oh, really?
That's England.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait for it. And I can't wait for maybe the semi-final where we might have Brazil and Argentina. That would be a cracker. And just maybe, these are just my permutation, maybe we might just also have France and Portugal. Let's see how it plays out. So when you have
Did you just
Neymar,
say Brazil and Argentina?
You said? Yeah, Brazil and Argentina, it might happen that way. So when you have maybe Neymar versus Lionel Messi, then you have Ronaldo versus Kylian Mbappe. That would be a cracker.
I think the World Cup is looking like a Premier League again. Yes.
That would be a cracker.
It's looking like a Premier League again. Just like they said, okay, let's drop the Premier League right now. This is the Premier League Pro Max. Anyway, that's that, in everything we do, let us try to have fun, in this Nigeria. Let's try to relieve ourselves of the stress. Get yourself a popcorn and a bottle of Coke can do. Don't go for much.
Okay.
Thank God at the Qatar World Cup there's no beer. like they can take beer outside now.
Yeah, outside.
They can take beer outside.
Outside.
So if there's no beer there, so I don't think you should do it in your house. That brings us to the end of today's newspaper review on TAP TV. I still remain Jennifer Adawamo, and thank you for staying with me, Mr.
Thank you.
Victor.
Thank you.